Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Saturday, August 17th, and I'm back breaking down some more games in the MLB this weekend. For the first play of the day, we're going to be looking at the Mariners going up against the Pirates once again, and the best play of the day is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago Cubs. Four more player props for Saturday's slate, with the two best player props being towards the end of the video. Hope everybody enjoys their Saturday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's take a look at this graphic recap for Friday. Did not say this on Thursday's video for Friday, but I'm going out of town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back Monday. So I am going to record some videos early for Saturday and Sunday for the next 2 days in advance for most of these plays. This will be the Saturday video. I'm also going to post a Sunday video as well. I'm going to schedule for both of them before I leave. So just understand I'm talking about these plays nearly 2 days before they happen. I'm going to go off of projected starting pitching for these games. The projected starting pitcher is not pitching whenever this comes out on Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be just voiding the play. Usually I would be able to change my pick because I got to wait a little bit to record, but I can't wait this weekend. So if the starting pitcher I'm talking about in the games I'm breaking down on Saturday and Sunday, if they're not pitching, either one of them, I'm not going to count it towards my overall record. I'm not going to recommend you take it as a play. With that being said, Zoe, I did want to give you guys some options this weekend. I've been doing this for 2+ years. I've never missed a day. So these videos will be up on Saturday and Sunday for you guys to watch. They will be a little shorter than normal, and it is a possibility that I will void them at the end, but at least you have something to look at in the morning whenever you guys wake up. These are the plays for Friday. None of them have started because I am recording Friday morning, but let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow on Saturday. We are going to start with the Mariners going up against the Pirates once again, except this time it's not going to be the best play of the day. I'm going to take the Mariners in this game on the money line going up against the Pirates. I think the pitching matchup is in favor of the Mariners, and I do think they're going to be able to put up some run this game despite what they've been doing all season long. The matchup is going to be against Luis Castillo on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I do think we win the matchup here because Bailey Falter is going to be on the mound for the Pirates, and we are going to start with the numbers for Luis Castillo, who is coming into this game with some pretty good numbers, 3.40 ERA, 1.16 WHIP. Both of those numbers are elevated over the last 3 seasons, but they're still really good. He has given up 3+ runs in 3 of the last 7 games, but he has been able to go 6+ innings in all these games, and he does have 4 games sprinkled in there where he's only given up a combined 2 runs in those 4 games, going up against the Angels twice, the Mets, and then the Blue Jays. The Angels and the Blue Jays this season, and the Mets, really, they do struggle at times to hit the ball, but that's exactly what we're going to get in this game with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They struggle to hit the ball sometimes as well. The Pirates over the last month have really struggled hitting early in games, putting them behind the 8 ball in most of those games. So I do think Luis Castillo can come out here and dominate them. For the Pirates, they're going to be turning to Bailey Falter, and he has had an assortment of starts ranging from giving up no runs to giving up 5 runs over the last 9 games. He's coming off a really bad game going up against the Dodgers where he only went 4 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs in that game, brought his ERA up to 4.07 on the season. This is not a guy that we can trust. At least Luis Castillo is consistent whenever he has those bad games. We can never really tell, though, with Bailey if he's going to have a good game or a bad game. He can very easily give up 5+ runs every single game. He is one of the most inconsistent pitchers that we have seen this season in baseball. And also, there's no telling how long he's going to be able to go in some of these games. He has starts that range from 2 innings all the way up to 7 innings over the last 6 games. He does give up way too many hits as a starting pitcher for a guy who's only gone 100 innings this season off of 20 games pitched. He has given up 5 hits in 3 of the last 4 games, and he's had trouble with his command this season as well, having 31 walks, including 3 walks in the last game against the Dodgers. I know the Mariners are not the best hitting team in the world. They're actually close to the bottom this season, but I do trust the pitching in this game of Luis Castillo. I'm going to take them to get it done on the money line here as the play. For the player props on the screen, we are going to take Cal Raleigh of the Mariners to go over 1.5 bases going up against Falter. We have a switch hitter in this game out of Cal, and this has been the best power hitter all season long for the Mariners. Bailey, he's coming into this game as a left-handed pitcher, and this is going to be an all-or-nothing play, I believe, because on the season, Cal, he's only hitting 168 going up against left-handed pitching. With that being said, though, and the only 107 at-bats that he has going up against left-handed pitching, he has 11 home runs, having 26 home runs in the season. And if you gave him the same appearances that he's going up against lefties and he does righties, he would have nearly 30+ home runs going up against left-handed pitching already on the year. I'm going to take the big man to hit a home run this game. I am going to take him to go over 1.5 bases because we might get lucky. He might get a couple hits, a couple singles, or he might rip a double, but I really think it's going to get it done here with the home run. I'm going to sprinkle on the home run play, but I'm going to take the over 1.5 bases here as the official play for the best play of the day. We're going to be looking at the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago Cubs. The Blue Jays this season, they've been a disaster. The Cubs this season, they've been hard to watch at times. Neither of these teams have been very impressive on the season, but I do think we have a very strong advantage in this game, taking the Cubs on the money line with one of their best guys on the mound in Justin Steele. Again, disregard the line that I have up there because I have no lines, but I'm going to take the Cubs in this game if I can get them at a decent price on the money line as the play. The numbers for Justin over the last couple games for the Cubs, they've been really good, going 6+ innings in both games, only giving a combined 2 runs over the last 2 games. Justin is now coming in with a 3.16 ERA and a 1.11 whip. And that's been his numbers over the last 3 seasons with the Cubs. This is one of the more consistent arms in baseball. He did go through a little bit of a rough patch against the Reds and the Diamondbacks a couple games ago, but everybody struggles going up against the Diamondbacks, so I'm not sure if I can dock him for that game. I am a little bit concerned about the Reds game. Not sure what happened in that one, but if you take a look at the last 10 games for him and we take out those 2 games, he's given up over 2 runs, 1 previous start in 7 of the last 8 games. This is also one of the best arms in baseball of getting himself out of jams, just like Logan Webb. He does give up a few too many hits, but he's always able to get himself out of it. He has been racking up the strikeouts as well, a little bit more than what we're used to seeing. He has 6+ strikeouts in 3 consecutive games. I like him in this one to dominate the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays, they're going to have Chris Bassett on the mound for them, who's coming in with a 4.30 ERA. He's given up 3+ runs in 6 of the last 7 games. He had a brutal start in his last game going up against the Athletics, giving up 8 hits, 7 runs, 2 home runs, and he's now given up at least 1 home run in 5 consecutive starts. I know the Cubs this season, they're very streaky, just like the Mariners with the bats, but I will say this, over the last couple weeks, they have been a lot better putting up runs. I like the Cubs in the spot to put up a lot of runs on Chris Bassett, and then rely on the arm of Justin Steele to take us the rest of the way. Give me the Cubs here on the money line as the play. For the player prop on the screen, we're going to be looking at Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to go over 1.5 bases. You can make the argument that Vlad Jr. has been the best hitter in baseball over the last month. He had himself a 22-game hit streak. I believe it was 3 or 4 games ago. He broke that streak, and then he got right back on the horse, having a couple hits against the Angels, then having back-to-back home runs against the Angels a couple nights ago. The matchup in this game is going to be up against Justin Steele. And while Justin Steele has been very good at limiting the runs, he has given up a few too many hits. Vladdy on the season also prefers left-handed pitching, having a 333 batting average, only 84 at-bats on the season, but he has 13 extra base hits of his 28 hits in total. He's putting up incredible numbers this season. I don't expect him to stop, even though he's going up against a really good pitcher in Justin Steele. Give me the over 1.5 bases in this game as the play. Let's go over to the best props of the day for Saturday. We're going to look at the Braves going up against the Angels. I'm going to take Austin Riley in this game, over 1.5 bases. I'm going to start with the numbers for the starting pitcher in this game, Griffin Canning, who's coming in with a 5.11 ERA and a 1.40 whip, and he has not been very good on the season. He does mix in a few games where he gives up 1 run or less, but over the last 10 games, he's given up 4+ runs in 6 of the 10. The hits given up for him this season have been a major problem. He's given up 6+ hits in 7 of the last 10 games as well. And I know Austin Riley hasn't had the best season for the Braves, but this should be a really good matchup for him. This is going to be a right-on-right matchup. That's something we need in this game for Austin, because on the season against lefties, he's only hitting at a clip of 235. Going up against right-handed pitching, he's been a lot better, and he's shown a lot of power. 268 batting average on the year, 35 extra base hits as well, going up against right-handed pitching, including 14 home runs, 19 doubles, and I think we're going to see another extra base hit in this game. The strange thing about Austin this season is that he's one of the worst players in baseball this year at hitting going up against the fastball. I do think that's probably the easiest pitch to pick up. I talked about that the last time we had a video with Anthony Santander. He still had a double in that game. But in this game, Austin, he's hitting that slider 312 on the season. The changeup is at 353 on the season. Those are some of the best numbers on this team. And we're going to see those 2 pitches 50% of the time out of Griffin Canning. I like the match we have in this game. I do think we're going to see an extra base hit, probably off a changeup in this game, going up against Griffin. I'll take Austin here, over 1.5 bases as the play. For the pitching prop, we're going to be looking at the Astros going up against the White Sox. Give me Hunter Brown, under 2.5 runs as the play. There's a strong possibility that this one comes out at under 1.5 runs because of how bad the White Sox have been this season. But the White Sox have actually been playing some pretty competitive ball over the last 3 or 4 series against the Cubs and the Yankees especially. But with that being said about the White Sox, this is still the worst team that we've maybe ever seen in the Major League history. They are very uncompetitive. I think they've only won 27 games on the season. The match for Hunter Brown in this game is going to be a great one because going up against right-handed pitching on the year, the White Sox, as they do most things, are the worst team in baseball. They're only hitting 219 going up against right-handed pitching. They can't hit the ball. I said that about the Mariners a couple times this season. The White Sox, they just can't hit the ball, and they're not very consistent at getting people on base. They have several guys on this team that probably should not be at the MLB level, but they're doing what they can with what they have so far this season. That means they have not won over 30 games. Hunter for the Astros, he has been very good over the last several games, giving up 2 runs or less in 8 of the last 10 starts, only having 2 bad starts going up against the Pirates and the Twins. He's also had 50% of his games over the last 10 result in giving up 1 run or less, being able to go 6+ innings in 8 of the last 10 games as well. He should dominate the Sox in this game, and give me the under total runs as the play there. Let's go over to the graphic recap. Mariners money line against the Pirates. I know they don't hit well, but Luis Castillo's on the mound. Cal Raleigh over 1.5 bases, sprinkle on a home run against the Pirates. Vlad Jr. over 1.5 bases against the Cubbies. Cubs money line, Justin Steele on the mound. Austin Riley over 1.5 bases against Griffin Canning in that game. And then Hunter Brown under 2.5 runs going up against the White Sox. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Saturday, August 17th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.